Welcome everybody to the live stream. Yes, today we're going to be talking about how to reach out, why 98% of network marketers fail when they're trying to bring people into their groups and their teams using Facebook. It is true, 98% of people just completely get this wrong, not only in MLMers or network marketers, but affiliate marketers, pretty much every business trying to get this to work is failing. That's the problem because they don't know the keys to how to generate and how to how to bend the algorithms of all social media in our favor. Not least TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. They all have an algorithm. They all have algorithms that we need to tweak and poke and mold and know that we're providing information for. Okay, so it's not just a random hit and hope. Chuck some more content out there and you'll be fine. No, I mean, don't get me wrong. Putting plenty of content out is a very good idea, and I've got a load to do today because I've spent most of the day in conversations, and that's what I really wanted to share with you today because it is so powerful. I've had several wonderful conversations today. So I wanted just to go through these conversations that we have in the direct messages, whether that is on any platform, but ideally the easiest one to navigate is Facebook for sure. That allows us to target the right people as well, all totally organically. And so I just wanted to share with you this. Now, what you're going to find is as we go through this little training, you're going to find, and you're probably going to be thinking, oh my God, I wonder how I can utilize that into my business right now. Okay, and you can, but until you actually see it all working, then, bear with me. Ask any questions, and of course, I'll always answer them. If you're watching live, answer them in the live stream, and I will see them in the comments. Sorry, ask them in the live stream. I'll see them in the comments if you're watching on the replay. Equally, as you can see, I am Nick. I'm not an AI, I'm a real person. And that's why I love to teach this stuff. Okay, so I've learned it, or I'm learning it. You might as well learn it as well. Cool. So let's have a look. What's the purpose of the DMs? Using our direct messaging means that we can build trust. It's like anything, even in when we're chatting to someone on the phone, or chatting to someone on a video call, or chatting to someone in real life, or just chatting on a messenger. You're building trust, and this is why I would advocate not plugging in AI bots to do everything, because as much as they're good, they're gonna get to a point in the conversation where it's gonna come unstuck. And look, and by building the trust, we're going to increase sales. Okay, so people buy people we know, like, and trust. So if you can build a relationship, that's why we do that. And of course, we can use the DMs to close sales as well. So these are the purposes of the DMs. Okay, and we need a little strategy to get people in. So we've got the strategies. We've got a warm in reach, we've got a warm outreach, and a cold outreach. Okay, so those are the main three strategies that we're looking at. Okay, so warm in reach, that's people know you, they message you first. Okay, warm outreach is people know you and you message them first. Okay, and then there's cold outreach, where people don't know you and you message them first. Okay, understand that? So you've got warm in reach, people who know you and they message you. Then you've got warm outreach, people who know you and you message them. And then we've got cold outreach, where people don't know you and we message them. Those are the three main strategy categories that we can use. So let's have a look at the warm in reach. So warm in reach, we can have the CTAs in our bios. Okay, we can have a CTA on a video or a post, and we can have the messenger link. And here's the thing: so we get messages. We want the DMs. We want people chatting to us in our DMs. So we put the messenger link in a page, or a bridge page, or a profile. Or we can put our messenger link in emails as well. So let's have a little look further into that. So as an example, on Instagram, and this is where people do automate some of these responses quite easily. It can be a number, or it can be a word, or be trigger, like a keyword or a number, that will trigger the AI to then start a conversation, or at least open a conversation. And as an example, Instagram, you can have DM boss for a case study. I see that all the time. And so if people click on that in your bio, then they will go into your leads and messages. Okay, so it's a warm lead coming into you. So we've got our CTA, call to action, on a video or a post. You might see a lot of these. So an example post, they might put DM to start for coaching, or DM a word to start. So boss, case studies, one of these trigger words. But you need to provide value in the content. So it's valuable content that is going to relate to people, and so people can then go, okay, I want more information, so I will comment me now, start, boss, case study, whatever it's going to be. So put that in there, and again, that way they reach out to you. So this is warm inreach. You've built a relationship, they know you, and they're going to come into you. Okay, and then we've got Messenger. So you've got your m.me and then your handle on your Messenger, and you can link that to a website. You can have that pretty much anywhere. You can have it on your website, you can have it on posts even. You can have it all sorts of places. You can have it as a link shortener. Again, you can have it on emails. I'm going to come to that in a minute. But yeah, so you can have a web page or a bridge page or on your profile, and people that will take you directly into Facebook Messenger. Okay, and that's a really great one. I love that. People coming directly into your messages because they know you, they feel they know you. Okay, and then of course, so I'll just jump ahead of myself. We can send it to email. So we've got an email. The old saying, the money is in the list. The whole point is to build our email lists, because that's the one piece of digital real estate that we actually own and control. No one can take your email list away from you. Although having said that, I did have one taken away from me, but that was because I did something wrong. But yeah, no, if you don't do anything wrong, then your email list is your gold mine, because you're going to be building your email list, and that is really where you can nurture and get to know people. They can get to know you, and so yes, we can send our direct message. We can send our messenger link out in emails. We can have it as a hyperlink in an email, and providing we provide a value in our emails, then people are more likely to reach out to us and come in that way. So those are the warm inreach methods, the warm outreach methods. So a call to action on a comment or a video post. So, and this is the most used method. Okay, so we've got example video, comment boss. Okay, and then we can manage the comments in either Meta Business Suite, or there's other third-party applications that we can use. If we're going to use, maybe if we're using TikTok or Instagram, then there's third-party tools we can use that will do this really well. And we're telling people to click to send a message on the comment, or we initiate the conversation. So because we've built a relationship with them in our comments. Okay, so in the comment section of posts and videos, and then we reach out to them in Messenger. So we send a message. So we initiate the conversation. So we don't just say spam. Don't just say here's our links. We actually want to build a relationship with people. So for example, I was chatting to someone earlier on today. They want to build out a big team on theirs, and the whole point of doing that is there's not going to be here join up. It's going to cost you $1,000. I think it was $1,200 to join. So that's not going to be an easy sale just on a DM. But if you want to reach out and be helpful, that's the whole point. But he wants to reach out, give them value, and encourage them to join. Okay, so we initiate a conversation, and we can ask them about, tell us about yourself, tell us about your goals, tell us what it is you're after, what is it you want, and reply to your own message. So send message requests, and all these things on Messenger. It all adds up to increasing the engagement and the reach on your personal profile. Okay, because all these are signals to the algorithms. It doesn't matter which algorithm it is, which social media, that it sees that you're actually interacting as friends, and so they're going to think, you obviously like each other. Maybe you actually like to see more of each other's content, and that is how these things work. Okay, and then you also got Facebook group questions. Okay, So you can have a private Facebook group, and you have membership questions on joining, so you can get people to give you their information. So if you set up a Facebook group, as an example, alongside your profile, I think you've put 3 questions in at the moment. So yeah, what's the biggest question about affiliate marketing or network marketing or MLM or whatever it is you're trying to promote? Give them permission to reach out, yes or no. Let me have your email address if you want to have some free training, free content, free something of value. Give us your email address. That's really good because that means you can go on your email list and then you can reach out to them as well. Okay, and it initiates a conversation. So you've approved the group request. Tell us about the goals, and you can send friend requests for a primary inbox delivery. So I guess that was the email element that I was talking about. Right, what else have we gone to now? Let's come back up here. And then there's the cold outreach. Now this is interesting. Because look at this. We've got targeted Facebook groups. This is where we can find pretty much anyone, because there is a group for pretty much anything. And a lot of people think, oh, hang on. And there's a question, actually, a guy asked me a question the other day, and he was asking about high end. His clients are high end, and whenever he asks them, they say, no, I'm not on Facebook at all. No perish of thought. But I guarantee they are. They'll be in groups, and you see it so many times. I've got some good examples of particularly 2 examples that spring to mind instantly are cars. So high-end cars will have a high-end Facebook group. There's a very good one for owners of BMW M5s or M3s. And there's actually, you can even target those groups even more of a niche to say what particular model of M5 or M3 it was. But of course, these cars, sell for potentially, 100 grand plus. And so, are these people high-end people that are going to use it? And so, yes, you've got inside that group, you've got high net worth individuals. Is it then worth joining that group? Yeah, absolutely. You can find them, you can speak to them, just add value, just chat. And so you can make high ticket sales because you've got high end users in the group. Another one would be maybe not Rolex because it's quite a common brand, but maybe you'd get more high end people that might be in a Breitling watch, or think of a watchmaker, a very high end watchmaker. They will have their groups in Facebook, and you can find people there as well, because there's a lot of resale of particularly watches. So people like to trade up their watches, and so it's interesting. Be careful, of course. Not everybody will be, honest. Let's be brutally honest about that. So you do need to be careful of all these things because you don't actually know the person. But that is where high ticket people or high net worth individuals will hide out. But you don't necessarily need your high net worth individuals. Maybe you just want people that have got an interest in affiliate marketing, have an interest in MLMs. Maybe they have an interest in health and MLMs. Maybe they've got an interest in all sorts. Here's one. Maybe they've got an interest in master resale rights products, and they've joined some, and so you're going to get groups that are the master resale rights product name, and these will be set up by people. Maybe they're struggling. Maybe they've not got the support. Maybe they got introduced by someone who's since just gone and isn't there to give them the guidance and the support, the hand-holding that they need. That is more common than you might think, because even in very successful groups, some people just don't hang around. And so some other people that they've introduced feel a bit lost and reach out. I have several people reach out to me saying, "Oh, can you help me? We're in the same group, but I'm not associated to you." So what we do, we like to help. I'm a big believer in karma, so help people out. But you'll find them. You'll find the people you're looking for in groups. So find groups related to your niche. So looking for so look for program specific groups like Profit Machine, maybe Legacy Builder, those sorts of things. That's the MRRs I was talking about. And identify people struggling or with pain points. As I said, 98% of people are failing here. So that means that 98% of people are in pain. Okay, and we want to be in the 2% who can show them how to get out of that pain. So yeah, look for commentators or posters. Admins are very good to network with, to talk to. Avoid spamming. Don't just avoid spammy just connecting messages. Actually think about people. I've got a friend of mine, and he messages to people, and he did a lovely example of one the other day in one of our groups, where he saw the person, he related to them, he saw their problem, he related to them, he related to something that they had in common, and then rallied in and brought it back together in this nice long message. It was really nice. So yeah, don't do that. So personalize the message based on the profile or the content. Go and have a look. I did one today. I had a lovely conversation. We actually did we should have just had a call, to be honest. But we left each other some voice messages on the DMs in Facebook, because I was just networking, going through different profiles, looking for other online marketers that I could network with. And in his profile, I noticed a couple of his links weren't working. One had a big old danger sign on it, and another one just wasn't going anywhere. And a third link was going to his current offering. And it was interesting. I messaged him and let him know. And I did have to say, I said, look, you might already know that, and you might not care, but I just saw it. And I thought you might like to know in case you didn't. And told him, and yeah, we had a lovely conversation. He said, "Oh man, no, thank you so much for letting me know." He said, "I didn't actually know, but I can understand that actually both of those have now gone bust." So we had an interesting conversation about curiosity and everything, and the fact that he said, "Oh yeah, I hate people like spamming me on inbox in my inboxes, friend requesting me. He's accepted my friend request, and so yeah, spamming me, sending me crypto and everything." So I was able to come back saying, "Hey, look, I will never spam you. I'm only here to network, as I said." And I won't, because what will happen is that he will now see my content in his feed, and I produce a lot of content, so he's going to see a lot of what I do, and so that is how we build the relationship. I don't need to send him my link or ask him whether he's looking, because he'll come to me. Okay, and that's really important. People come to you are going to be much better. So that's it. Yes, check out your profile, tell me more about what you do. But if you can actually find something that can make that a little bit more subtle, then I would recommend that. And yeah, add them to friends, but build rapport, ask questions. Be human. We are, just because we're online doesn't make us robots. Doesn't mean we, it's called social network for a reason. You want to be social. Okay, so that was what I wanted to share with you today. Just how simple that is, just to have these conversations, just to reach out, just say hello. People don't bite. There's another person, the same person that wants to build a big multi-level networking organization. Asked him how he was going to do it, just genuine questions, like how he thought he was going to do this, and whether it was going to be a combination. It was a combination, but he didn't realize how, or he didn't understand how you could do it online. So I gave him a very brief little flavor of what we can do. And I said to him, look, you can teach people this, it's duplicatable, and then they can have success. So why wouldn't you do it? Makes sense to me. So yeah, that was all good. I say it's just so nice. Don't try to sell in these messages, because it's pointless. People will see more of your content if you're building relationship with them. If you're showing, so Facebook will show more of your stuff, more of their stuff, and then you just keep it going like that. And so in your feed, you'll see people that you'll get to know, and they'll get to know you. And if they're in pain, they're going to come to you, because you're going to be putting so much value that you will be the go-to person. That simple. Okay, so I hope that made sense. If you've got any comments or any questions, just drop them in the comments, and I'll answer them later on. I'm live streaming. I love this. I'm live streaming today on my Facebook page and my YouTube channel simultaneously, because I like to be what's the word I'm looking for? No, can't think of it. Not multitasking. Efficient. That's it. Efficient. Working on both. So that's the thing. So if you are looking to generate or looking to make, no, what's the word I'm looking for? So if you are looking to build your network, generate leads, earn commissions, get sales, utilizing social media, then I hope this was good for you. Until you really get going with it, you're not going to see the benefits, but you'll realize, okay, until you start it, you're not really going to realize just how powerful this is. And the more you do it, the more powerful it becomes. And what you find is, you'll think, oh my God, how can I implement this more and quicker? Because it works, But don't take my word for it. Just message me if you want to know more information. Okay, take care.